Hi guys, Noah, Pedro, whoever else I can get help on this from. I have a 3D printing problem. I thought maybe you guys could help. I hope you guys can hear this and it's all clear. So I'm trying to print a part that looks a lot like this. Okay, it is designed. I designed it in Fusion 360, and it is meant to hold a switch that is shaped, finger shaped like this. It's actually going to have a T-nut go in it so that you'll have a quarter 20 on the other side. I got a whole video I'm making on using quarter 20 for AT mounts, but I'm having trouble printing it, and specifically I'm having trouble printing it in ABS. Okay, so I'd like to make it in ABS. It's stronger. It's going to be a better fit for this, and that's the goal. So when I first printed a prototype of this, an earlier version, I had a problem. Let me see if I can make this a little brighter so you can see. All right, so I had a problem because I printed it essentially this way. So I printed it face down like that. Okay. So the problem was that the supports are so small and so thin on this piece that they melted in because of the heated bed. They melted in, and they were kind of a bear to get out. Let me see if I can kind of get you a good picture of this. So you can see this is after they've been scraped out and Dremeled out with a brush and things like that, and they're a mess. So I don't want this to be what it looks like when it's done, and that's a lot of work to get it that way. It looked awful when I started, but the top looks good and it held the shape just fine. So my next attempt was to print it like this, right? So to print it with the round side down. I thought that would work. I turned on support so that they would fill up like this. And the problem was that with the fillet on this curve, it started drooping like a mushroom around the top here. And I thought it might be too hot. I tried lowering the temperature. That didn't solve it. In fact, you can see right here where the print head has actually burned the plastic as it started. Also, you'll see that the supports didn't cleanly come off here. They kind of melted in, and I could sand that down. That wouldn't have been the end of the world. If that's all I had, I would not be asking for your help. But with the drooping and the burned look, this kind of isn't what I was looking for. So I dramatically reduced the fillet on this, and that didn't help. So I thought I should print it this way, right? So I should print it. Let me see if I can get you a better view here. I should print it this way, right? And I thought, yeah, that'll work because then I only have to put supports in for the curves. And the first time I tried this, it got to around here, and I realized it was failing. So I canceled the print, right? So you'll see that the right-hand side here didn't have enough support. It's not even that it's not enough support. It's not that it's sagging. It's actually curling up. If you look here, the ABS is curving up on the sides as well. So I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but if you look straight down there, that should be flat, and you can see. Let me see if I can get something black to put behind this. All right, so here you can see right there. Look how much that's curved up and kind of because I guess as the ABS cools, it curves into itself. It doesn't have enough structure to hold. Now you can see it very well here. In the actual finished part, it looked just like that at that point, but I went ahead and let it finish here, and I'd actually added some additional structure, supports over here. It doesn't seem to have helped. What you see is again the burning where it's hitting the extruder, and also you just see the fact that this is no longer a circle, right? So when I pull these support structures off, it's going to be warped and ugly and no good. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to print this. I'm thinking I'm going to go back to having this round side down, completely removing the fillet here, although I'd like it from a structural perspective. I don't think it's necessary. And I'm going to try it again and see if I can just get to the point where I only have these these markings, these support structures, scars here, I would kind of be okay with that. If I can't get that working, I'm going to have to lose the lip, right? So this has got a little lip in here. So if I didn't have the lip, I could print it face down, and I'm sure it would come out just fine. But I like the lip because the switch that I'm mounting only has a single hole to hold it in place. And so I like the fact that this will hold it left and right from twisting around this hole. So I would love any feedback you guys have. I have a feeling, I haven't tried this in PLA yet, but I have a feeling, I have a feeling it will print just fine in PLA because it won't droop like the ABS is. I've thought about turning off the heated or turning down the heated bed after a certain number of layers to kind of cool the environment. Thought about active cooling, which I've never used with ABS, and I think this is right at the edge of where I don't know how to be successful on this print. So I can send you the STL if you want to give it a shot, or if you just have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. The STLs will be up on our Thingiverse site in a couple days if I can get this solved. The other ones are slowly going up there now. So anyways, if you guys have any thoughts, I'd love to hear them. And if you have any questions or I can clarify anything, just shoot me a message back. Thanks, guys. Bye.